Yeah. I thought I was helping. Turns out I was drowning too. I pulled you out the fire, didn't notice I was burning. Every thank you that you gave me felt like something I was earning. But the mirror got cracked, now don't see me returning. Just a shadow in the hallway where my peace stopped working. You said I saved your life like I had something to give, but I'm barely surviving in the life that I live. Every step that I take feels like I'm losing my grip. Tell me, how do you save someone when you're about to slip? I carried your pain like it was lighter than mine. Now I'm buried underneath it and I'm running out of time. You call me a hero, but I don't fit the design. I'm just a broken man pretending I'm fine. And I don't know who I saved, but I know what it cost me. Every piece that I gave left me lost in the offering. I don't know who I saved, but I know I lost myself in the way, trying to pull you up from the dark. Now I can't find my own heart. I don't know who I saved, but I feel like I paid with my name. If I did it all for the light, why do I still live in the night? You got your second chance, I got 100 regrets. You moved into the sun while I'm still soaked in the depths. From Neo, saving you became a reason to forget that I was bleeding too but never asked for it yet. Now I replay every moment like I chose the wrong door. Every I got you feels like a lie on the floor. And I can't tell if I'm the hero or the war, but I know I'm not the man I was before. You say I changed the story, made the ending less cold, but mine got darker every time that your future got told. I gave you pieces I can never make it whole. Now I'm empty on the inside, but I'm playing my role. If saving you meant losing me, then what does save even mean? Was I love or just a casualty in a story I never agreed? I don't know who I saved, but I know I'm still stuck in the grave of the choices I made and the price that I paid. I don't know who I saved, but I hear my own voice in the pain. If I did it all for you, why does it feel like I'm through? Yeah, maybe I didn't save you. Maybe I just disappeared instead.
I wake up, same room, same fight in my head. Whispers on the ceiling telling me I'm better off dead. I try to shake it, but it's stitched to my skin. Every time I breathe out, it crawls back in. Mirrors don't reflect me, they just show what I feel. A version of myself I don't wanna be near. I smile in public, but it's never real. Just a mask I keep on so nobody can feel. And I say I'm okay, but it's never the truth. I'm one bad thought away from losing my youth. Every step feels heavy like I'm dragging my name, and the voice in my head keeps calling me pain. I try to run, but it knows where I hide. It lives in my lungs, it lives in my pride. I thought I was strong, thought I could break free, but the thing I call fear is controlling me. My fear is in control, it's driving my soul, takes every piece of me, it leaves a hole. I fight but it knows every move I make. Yeah, I'm still breathing but I'm starting to break. My fear is in control, I can't let it go. It's louder than hope, it's stealing my role. And I scream in the dark but nobody hears. I'm not in control, my fear is here. I built my walls up just to feel safe. Now I'm trapped inside what I try to escape. Every memory hits like a loaded gun, and I'm losing track of who I become. They say be strong, like it's easy to do when your own mind turns against you. I count my blessings, but they fade away like sunlight dying at the end of the day. I'm chasing peace, but it runs from me like a shadow I can't seem to unsee. And I wonder if I'll ever be whole, or just a prisoner inside my soul. If I break down, would anyone know? Or would I just vanish slow? I'm screaming inside, but I don't make sound, 'cause fear has already taken my crown. My fear is in control, it won't let go. It writes my story in a voice so cold. I fight for the light, but it drags me down. I'm standing in pain that I never outgrew now. My fear is in control, I'm losing the flow. I built this cage and I can't say no. And I scream in the dark, but nobody hears. I'm not in control. My fear is here. I smile in the mirror, but it never feels like me. Eyes full of noise, but I act like I'm free. Inside my head it's a war I can't see. Every I'm fine is a lie I believe. I build a wall just to keep it contained, but it cracks every time that I say my name. They don't notice the storm when I walk through the rain. I learned how to hurt, but I never learned change. Tell me why I feel alone in the crowd, screaming so loud but no sound comes out. I'm holding my breath like I don't know how to be something real when I'm breaking down now. I was never really okay, I just got good at pretending. Writing my pain in the dark with no end in it. Read piece of my heart that I keep on defending. Yeah, slowly forgetting the reason I'm standing. Oh, late nights, same thoughts, different fights. Same dark room, but I fake the light. If I disappear, would they know I tried? Or just grow past like I'm not alive? I was never really okay. I just learned how to say that I am. Yeah. It's like every scar's got a voice now. Every night knows where I live. I built these walls with my own two hands, called them protection, now they're my prison. Smile on my face, but it's all rehearsed. Every conversation feels like a mission. I'm carrying ghosts that nobody sees, dragging chains underneath my feet. Tell me I'm strong, but strength gets heavy when you're fighting wars you can never leave. Clock keeps moving, I stay the same, running from fire while feeding the flame. Mirror keeps asking, who did you lose? I point at myself and I change the view. How many nights can a soul stay awake? How many pieces can one heart break? I'm screaming inside, but the silence is loud. Tell me who hears me now. The pain learned my name, knocks on my door like it owns the place. Every time I stand back up, it reminds me of every mistake I've been hiding in the dark, trying to outrun who I became. I didn't choose this life, but the pain, yeah, the pain learned my name. Yeah, every memory feels like evidence. Every regret wants another sentence. Fears got keys to every room, and hope keeps missing all the entrance. People say healing takes its time. Funny time just sharpen mine. I'm tired of pretending I'm okay when the truth's been bleeding between the lines. I've worn this mask so long, I forgot what my real face looks like. If I let these tears hit the floor, would they finally prove I survived? Maybe tomorrow won't feel like yesterday. Maybe these scars won't define my name. Maybe the battle isn't meant to disappear. maybe courage is staying even when fear is here. Yeah. The pain learned my name, but it doesn't own my soul. Every scar became a chapter, not the ending of the whole. I'm still shaking, still breaking, still searching for the light. If the darkness knows my name, I'll make sure hope blurs it tonight. The pain remember me, but I won't remember it forever. But I won't remember it forever. But I won't remember it forever. Every night I hear the silence talking back again. Mirror says I'm healing, but I hide the evidence. Built these walls so high, now I'm trapped behind the bricks. Every smile I fake just adds another little crack to it. People ask if I'm okay, I say yeah, I'm fine. Guess I got so good at lying, even I believe the line. Heart screaming underwater, but nobody hears a thing. I'm drowning in emotions that I never learned to bring. If pain had a language, I'd be fluent in every word. But every time I speak, it's like my voice is never heard. My tears don't make a sound. They hit the floor, but no one's around. I'm breaking down when nobody sees. Fighting wars that live inside of me. I'm crying loud inside my soul, but silence is the only thing I know. You look at me and think I'm strong. My tears don't make a sound. Got memories hanging like chains around my neck. Every step I take feels like another unpaid debt. Running from the past, but it keeps matching every stride. You can't outrun the shadows when they live inside your mind. I keep collecting scars that nobody can trace, learning how to hide them underneath the steady face. If hope is in the room, why's it feel so far away? Guess I left the door unlocked and watched it walk away. Maybe one day I'll believe the voice inside my head. Doesn't always have to fill my nights with fear instead. Maybe all these shattered pieces still belong to me. Maybe healing starts the moment I stop trying not to bleed. My tears don't make a sound, but they flood every room when no one's around. I'm tired of pretending I'm okay when every breath feels heavier each day. If you could hear the battles in my chest, you know I'm giving everything I've left, even if the world can't hear me now. My tears don't make a sound. Silence isn't peace. Sometimes it's just pain, learning how to whisper what I couldn't scream. I learned how to smile when everything was shaking. Funny how the face can hide what's breaking. I smiled so nobody noticed I was breaking inside. Held it together while I slowly died. They see the grin, they don't see the fight. I'm screaming in silence every night. I smile so nobody asked what's wrong. Acting like I've been okay all along. But if you look close, you see the truth. A crack
reflection of a broken you. I got pain in my chest, but I wear it like clothes. Tell them I'm fine when nobody knows. Every laugh is a mask that I learned to design, so they never see the war in my mind. I build walls out of I'm alright, while my thoughts get louder every night. And I keep on walking through fire and smoke with a heart that's hanging on the rope. They say you good, I say never been better, but my soul's in pieces I can't put together. I'm tired of acting like I'm not defeated, when every single breath feels repeated. And I wish I could tell them the truth sometimes, but truth don't fit in a perfect lie. I smile so nobody noticed I was breaking inside. Held it together while I slowly died. They see the grin, they don't see the fight. I'm screaming in silence every night. I got echoes bouncing inside my head, the things I should've said but I never said. Now I'm talking to mirrors that don't reply, asking myself if I'm even alive. I hide in music, I drown in sound, 'cause silence is where I fall apart now. And I know one day it might show, but until then I'll let nobody know. I mastered the art of looking okay, even when I'm completely decayed. And if I disappear in a crowd someday, just know I was never really okay. I smile so nobody noticed I was breaking. Yeah, I used to think I had time. Now I'm staring at the clock like it's a crime. Every second that I wasted don't rewind, and I feel it in my chest every time. I watch my life slip away, no warning signs. Just a kid with big dreams and a bunch of blind eyes. I was laughing with the future, now I'm stuck in rewind, trying to find the old me in the tears that I cried. I was chasing validation, trying to fit in the crowd, but the louder they applauded, the more I felt drowned. I was screaming on the inside, but I never made sound. Now I talk to my reflection like it's letting me down. Every I'll do it tomorrow, turn the years that I lost. Every fake smile I wore came with a terrible cost. Now I'm counting on my regrets like I'm paying a cost. And I'm realizing every victory came after I broke. Tell me, where did I go? I don't even know. I was running from myself, now I'm moving too slow. I watch my life slip away in the silence. Every dream I had turned into violence. In my mind I was fighting for survival, but I lost myself in the spiral. Now I'm standing in the ashes of my time, reading chapters of a life I left behind. If I could go back, I'd change every line, but I can't, I just learned how to survive. They said be patient, your moment is coming, but I waited too long, now my heartbeat is running. I was numb to the warnings, I was blind to the signs. Now I see what I ignored every time I was fine. I was building a prison out of my own fear, locking up my potential for 100 dead years. Now I knock on the door, but nobody hears, just an echo of the person I once held near. And I swear I can feel him fading away, like a ghost in my chest is decaying each day. I'm just trying to breathe, but I'm losing my way in the memories of everything I couldn't say. If I had one more chance, I wouldn't waste it again. I break out of my past and I start to defend every piece of my soul that I buried in pain, before I lose it for good in the pouring rain. I watch my life slip away in the silence. Every dream I had turned into violence. In my mind I was fighting for survival, but I lost myself in the spiral. Now I'm standing in the ashes of my time, reading chapters
try to bury it deep. Some things don't stay there. I bury my feelings alive in the coffin of pride. Told myself I was fine when I was dying inside. Every smile was a lie, I rehearsed every night. Why the pain in my chest learn to stay out of sight. I bury my trauma where nobody goes, deep in my mind where the silence grows. I said I'm okay, but nobody knows. I'm bleeding in places I don't even show. I built me a wall just to feel less exposed. Now I'm trapped in the space that I chose, and the louder I laugh, the more it shows that I'm losing my grip, and I know it unfolds. They say move on, let it go, but they don't feel what I know when the memories sit like a stone, and I'm still not okay on my own. I bury my feelings alive, but they're still screaming at night. I told myself I survived, but I'm just learning to hide. I bury my feelings alive, now they won't let me sleep right. I thought I was doing alright, but I'm falling apart in my mind. I talk to the mirror like it's someone else, cause I don't even know what I feel myself. I smile for the world, but I'm calling for help while I drown in emotions I never felt. I buried the love that I couldn't keep, now it visits my dreams when I fall asleep. Every memory cuts, but it cuts too deep, so I act like it's gone, but it follows me. They don't see the war that I fight in my head. Every word I don't say feels louder instead. I'm alive on the outside, but barely ahead. I'm just holding my breath till I'm finally dead. If I dig it up, will I break again? Or is healing just a lie we pretend? I don't know where the pain will end, but it's still in my chest like an old best friend. I bury my feelings alive, but they're still screaming at night. I told myself I survived, but I'm just learning to hide. I bury my feelings alive, now they won't let me sleep right. I thought I was doing alright, but I'm falling apart in my mind. Yeah, I bury my feelings alive, but they never left me behind. Yeah, they think I'm fine, but they never ask what it cost me. I learned to smile through chaos, yeah, I mastered the disguise. Every I'm doing okay, it was just pain in my eyes. I built piece out of pieces that I broke in my mind. Now I'm laughing in public while I'm falling behind. They say you look the same, but they don't see the storm. I've been fighting silent wars since the day I was born. Every compliment burns like it's sharpening knives, cause they love my survival, not the truth in my life. And I try to be honest, but honesty scares them, so I bury my voice just to keep up appearances. I learned to smile through chaos, hide the cracks in my skin, make a home out of nothing where the hurt's always been. If I break, don't you notice I perfected a role? I'm a smile on the surface, but a war in my soul. I got tired of explaining what they never would feel, so I stitched up my silence just to make it seem real. Now I talk like I'm fine, now I act like I'm strong, but I've been holding my breath for way too long. They applaud the illusion, never question the cost. Every you're doing great reminds me what I lost. I don't need saving, I just needed someone to see that the smile they love is the worst part of me. Maybe I'm not okay, but I'm learning to be in a world that keeps asking for a version of me. I learned to smile through chaos, wear the pain like a crown, keep my head in the light while I'm breaking down. If I'm honest, I'm barely holding control. I'm a smile on the surface, but a war in my soul. Said I wouldn't make it through the storm, but I learned how to feel less, just to stay alive. I stopped counting all the nights I broke inside. Smiled in the mirror while I watched my hope divide. They never saw the war behind my tired eyes. I learned to numb the pain just to survive. I gave my tears a grave, I dug it deep and cold. Buried every memory I couldn't hold. I told myself, be strong, don't let it show. But strength starts feeling like you're letting go, and I don't even know who I became. But at least I made it through the rain. I survived by feeling less. Now I don't feel a thing. Turn my heart to stone just to escape the sting. If pain was the price, then I paid everything. Now I stand in silence where my emotions used to sing. But I lost what made me me. I survived by feeling less, to be free. They say be open, let it out, just talk it through. But they don't know what broken hearts refuse to do. So I locked the doors inside my mental room and threw away the key I used to bloom. Now I walk like I don't care at all, but I built these walls just so I wouldn't fall. Funny how survival makes you feel so small when you're alive but don't feel anything. Pay the price. I used to smile just to hide what was broken inside. Every I'm okay was a war I was trying to survive. Late nights, no sleep, just me and my demons collide. I was drowning in thoughts that I never could vocalize. They said, man up, but they never saw what I felt. I was screaming in silence, playing cards I was dealt. Every scar on my soul is a story I never told. Every breath I was taking felt heavy, freezing my soul. But I learned from the pressure, it turned me into something cold. Now I write what I live so the truth can unfold. I turn my pain into a warning. Every tear I cry became a lesson in the morning. I was lost in the dark, now I'm lighting up the storm. And if you feel what I felt, then you know what I'm forming. Yeah, I turn my pain into war. I was fighting myself more than anything in this life. Cut deep, but I never let the world see the knife. Every fake smile was a mask I was wearing so tight. I was wrong in my head, but I swore I was right. Now I look at the past like a ghost in the mirror. Every memory sharp, but the vision is clearer. What once broke me down is the reason I'm here. Turn my suffering loud so the message is clearer. So if you're bleeding inside, don't you bury it deep. Let it rise, let it speak, let it fight when you sleep. Cause the pain that you hide is the seed that you keep, and it grows into power when it's finally released. Oh, turn my pain into war. then you know what I'm forming. Yeah, I turn my pain into a warning. Yeah. You said be honest, so I spoke my truth. But they never asked what it cost me to do it. Yeah. I put my scars in sentences, hope somebody would notice. But every line I wrote just got labeled as overexposing. I smiled in interviews like I had it all together, while my mind was collapsing under invisible pressure. I told the truth, but they only heard the surface. Never read between the pain hidden under the verses. I gave them real, they called it too much emotion. Funny how honesty feels like emotional explosion. I learned early that silence gives more approval, so I turned my hurt into something more usable. But it's hard to heal when your truth becomes content, and every confession gets twisted out of context. They clap when I fall, not when I'm fine. They only love the war inside my mind, so I built these walls out of honest lines. But I'm still not okay behind the rhyme. I hear my pain behind honest words. Spoke my truth, but it still got blurred. Every sentence cut just like a knife. They said be real, then fear my life. I gave them me, but it wasn't enough. Truth gets heavy when life gets rough. Now I don't know what's safe to say when honesty pushes people away. I stopped explaining what I really feel inside, cause every breakdown got turned into headlines. They want the truth, but only if it's pretty, not the kind that drags you down into the city of broken thoughts and sleepless nights, where every memory still fights for life. I tried to fix myself with open confession, but truth alone ain't always progression. Now I bite my tongue when the pressure builds, cause honesty don't always pay the bills. And I hate that I learned to hide in plain sight, speaking true just to lose the fight. If I'm honest, I'm not okay, but they only like me when I don't say what's really going on inside my head. So I bury it deeper in what I said. I hear my pain behind honest words. Spoke my truth, but it still got blurred. Every line feels like a loaded gun. Truth and pain now way is one. I gave them me, but it broke my trust. Honesty turned into hidden dust. Now I don't know what's safe to say when being real just pushes them away.